What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'll show you the top 10 anime where the overpowered main character has hidden abilities and powers. If you guys like the video, don't forget to leave your like and to subscribe to the channel. As always, let's start the video.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
And at number 10 is Dragon R Academy. Learning to ride and tame dragons comes easy to most students at Ansarvan Dragon R Academy, except for first-year student Ash Blake, who is known by his fellow classmates as the #1 problem child. Poor Ash is the laughingstock at school because, despite his unfashionably large star-shaped brand that marks him as a future dragon master, he has nothing to show for it. His dragon has never appeared. Until now, that is. One fateful day, Ash's dragon awakes in full glory, but appears different than any dragon ever seen before, in the form of a beautiful girl. What's worse, Ash soon discovers that this new dragon has attitude to spare, as she promptly informs him that she is the master, and he, the servant. Ash's problems with dragon riding have only just begun. And at number 9 is Magical Warfare. The world as we know it is actually just half the story, as Takeshi Nanashi finds out abruptly one summer morning. On his way to kendo practice, Takeshi comes across an unconscious girl in a uniform he doesn't recognize. Takeshi does the decent thing and saves her, and in return the girl wakes up and accidentally turns him into a magic user. As Takeshi finds out, there is the world he lives in and the world of magic users. Most magic users just want to peacefully coexist with non-magicians, but there are some with bigger ambitions. Mui Aiba is a magician enrolled in the Subaru Magic Academy, where magic users can learn to control and channel their powers and how to live in peace with regular humans. After his fateful encounter with Mui, Takeshi and his newly magic friends Kurimi Ishuyama and Kuzumi Ima decide to enroll in the Magic Academy as well. All three friends have different reasons for fighting on, whether they're fighting to escape the past or catch up to the future. They wield different kinds of powers, which they must learn to harness in order to fight off the Ghost Trailers, a group of magicians who are willing to use violence to assert their superiority over humans. Pursued by the Ghost Trailers, Takeshi and his friends must train to become stronger, face the leader of the Trailers, and prevent the beginning of the Second Great Magic War. And at number 8 is Tokyo Ravens. Onmyo-do magic was once a powerful technique used by the Japanese during the Second World War in order for them to gain the upper hand and establish their nation as a formidable force. But Japan was quickly defeated after the revered Onmyoji Yaku Shukimikado caused the Great Spiritual Disaster, an event which plagues Tokyo to this very day. As a result of this mishap, the Onmyo Agency was established in order to exorcise further spiritual disasters and combat the demons that would make their way into the world. Now, Onmyo-do has become far more modern, simplified, and refined for use in a wide variety of applications, such as medicine and technology. However, not everyone is able to utilize the magic, as is the case with Harutora, a member of the Shukimikado's branch family. Despite an old promise to protect Natsume, the heir of the Shukimikado's main family, and Yako's supposed reincarnation, as her familiar, Harutora has no talent and chooses to live a normal life instead. But when a prominent member of the Onmyo Agency attempts to recreate the same experiment which led to Japan's downfall, he decides to make good on his word and fight by Natsume's side. And at number 7 is UQ Holder. In the decades since the world became aware of the existence of magic, the world has undergone a massive upheaval. However, a boy named Toto lives in seclusion in a rural town far removed from these changes. His ordinary life is highlighted by his magic-using female teacher and his supportive friends. When his tranquil daily life is disrupted, he embarks on a unique adventure. And at number 6 is The Legend of the Legendary Heroes. Alpha Stigma are known to be eyes that can analyze all types of magic. However, they are more infamously known as cursed eyes that can only bring destruction and death to others. Reiner Lute, a talented mage and also an Alpha Stigma bearer, was once a student of the Roland Empire's Magician Academy, an elite school dedicated to training magicians for military purposes. However, after many of his classmates died in a war, he makes an oath to make the nation a more orderly and peaceful place. with fellow survivor and best friend Sion Astel. Now that Sion is the king of Roland, he orders Reiner to search for useful relics that will aid the nation. Together with Ferris Eris, a beautiful and highly skilled swordsman, Reiner goes on a journey to search for relics of legendary heroes from the past, and also uncover the secrets behind his cursed eyes. And at number 5 is Myriad Colors Phantom World. Phantoms. Supernatural entities such as ghosts or yokai that, until recently, were thought to be superstition. However, when a virus that infects the brain spreads throughout society, people's perception of the world changes as the mystical beings are revealed to have been living alongside humanity the entire time. This virus has also affected those of the next generation significantly, allowing them to develop special abilities that they can use to fight against dangerous phantoms. Haruhiko Icho and Mai Kawakami are two of those who are granted such power, as Haruhiko wields the ability to summon and seal phantoms through drawings, while Mai imbues the power of the elements into martial arts. Together, along the friendly phantom Riru, they form Team E of Hoshia Academy, which is dedicated to dealing with these often mischievous beings. In a world where the real and surreal intertwine, Museigen no Phantom World follows the adventures of a group of friends as they handle the everyday troubles caused by phantoms. And at number 4 is Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor. The Alzano Empire is home to one of the most distinguished magic schools in the world, the Alzano Imperial Magic Academy. Here, ambitious young students undergo training to become competent magicians. Sistine Feeble, a stern noble girl, and her bright-eyed best friend Rumia Tingle attend the academy, determined to cultivate their magical skills. However, their world is thrown for a loop when their favorite teacher suddenly retires and the enigmatic Glenn Radars replaces him. His lazy and indifferent attitude toward life and magic quickly puts him at odds with his class. What's more, nefarious forces hidden within the Empire's walls start to become active, and Sistine, Rumia, and Glenn find themselves caught up in their schemes. Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor follow Sistine, who is captivated by a mysterious floating sky castle, Rumia, who is haunted by a troubled past, and Glenn, who may be more than meets the eye. Though completely different on the surface, they're inexplicably bound together by a thread of fate. And at number 3 is Full-Time Magister. The aloof high schooler Mo Fan has found himself in a universe similar, yet distinctively different from his own mundane one. It's a place where magic has replaced the essence of science. Here, the most capable students are taught to master the wonders of spellworking to fend off large, devastating beasts that lurk in the forest surrounding the city. Like his previous life, Mo Fan remains the son of a poor laborer and the older stepbrother to a crippled sister. Despite these disadvantages, his dreams of attending a magic school to become a magician, a highly respected and lucrative trade, in order to repay his father for his hard work. Mo Fan is accepted into a renowned magic institution. However, rumors spread about his poverty and lack of magical ability, labeling him as the laughingstock of the school. Nonetheless, Mo Fan manages to harness not only the powerful fire element, but also the rare lightning element. Now armed with dual abilities, what dangerous encounters will the versatile mage face? And number 2 is Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic. Dispersed around the world, there are several bizarre labyrinths hiding incredible treasures within them. These mysterious places, known as dungeons, are said to be the work of Magi, a class of rare magicians, who also help people build their empires by guiding them to the dungeons. Jinns, supernatural beings that rule over the labyrinths, grant successful conquerors access to their immense power and choose them as potential king candidates to rule the world. Having spent life in isolation, Aladdin, a kind and young magician, is eager to explore the world upon finally leaving his home behind. He begins his journey only accompanied by his mentor Ugo, a jinn that Aladdin can summon with his flute. However, Aladdin soon becomes friends with the courageous Alibaba Saluja after causing the destruction of a local merchant supply cart. In order to pay for the damages, Alibaba suggests that they attempt to conquer the nearest dungeon, taking the first step in an epic adventure that will decide the fate of the world itself. And at number 1 is Black Clover. Asta and Yuno were abandoned at the same church on the same day. Raised together as children, they came to know of the Wizard King, a title given to the strongest mage in the kingdom, and promised that they would compete against each other for the position of the next Wizard King. However, as they grew up, the stark difference between them became evident. While Yuno is able to wield magic with amazing power and control, Asta cannot use magic at all and desperately tries to awaken his powers by training physically. When they reach the age of 15, Yuno is bestowed a spectacular grimoire with a 4-leaf clover, while Asta receives nothing. However, soon after, Yuno is attacked by a person named Levity, whose main purpose is to obtain Yuno's grimoire. Asta tries to fight Levity, but he is outmatched. Though without hope and on the brink of defeat, he finds the strength to continue when he hears Yuno's voice. Unleashing his inner emotions in a rage, Asta receives a 5-leaf clover grimoire, a black clover, giving him enough power to defeat Levity. A few days later, the two friends head out into the world, both seeking the same goal, to become the Wizard King. Well, this was today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave your like and to subscribe to the channel, and also enter on my server in Discord. Link will be in the description. As always, see you in the next video.